I think that's the only way we're going to appreciate it. Like, everybody wants Hayden Christian back. And he came back and he was humble about it. You know, he's always been that kind of guy. I wouldn't. Okay, so this is going to offend some people and I don't care, but I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't hate James. I'm just having trouble understanding the accolade. I never hate. You know better than that. I don't like that word. I loathe. I loathe, but you know. Even John Kemp is done with the act. Yeah, it's kind of out there. I mean, if is it Sidious or Plagueis? By the way, James, hello. How are you? How was your 4th? If Darth Sidious made Anakin, right? Because it's in a book. Then why can't these witches make twins, Force twins? Why not? I mean, you know. Your favorite show is the book. I like the Book of Boba Fett. You know, I like what's her name? His companion, his sidekick. Is it Ming Ya? No. I like her. I liked her in it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., correct? She's been in some other stuff too that I really liked her in. So I guess all I can say is don't listen to everything I'm saying. Go watch it for yourself. That's going to always be my advice to you. Don't listen to my review. Go form one of your own, because it's your entertainment. Yes, that's her name. I love her. Yeah, she's a great actress. Yeah, she kicks ass. So let's see. Sci Fi Mombie. I myself thought Fett was an okay. Oh, I love all the music. I do. I even love Prodigy's theme song. You know, they let you skip it. I don't. I like to listen to it because it's really good. So Prodigy is after Voyager, before Picard. So it's in that slot. I like the idea of the Protostar ships. I think that's a great idea. They should keep running with that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Snort says, I think big IPS, Star Trek, Star Wars, and Doctor Who need to go on hiatuses and recharge. Nah, you're not a dumb old bear. Stop that. Hey, what's up, DJ Play Nice? How are you? Whee! Yeah. So, yeah. You know, I miss the days, and I'm probably going to, you know, everybody's going to go over this, but I miss the days where we just had Star Trek movies and an occasional show. Right? Because then it kept you, for one, it made the studios work to pull in their audience, right? And two, you appreciated it more. To me, I feel like Disney has a bad organizational model where they just throw crap shit. I curse here. This is an 18 plus channel. I think they throw shit against the wall to see what will stick with the audience. And it's not a good model. It's not a good plan. So, yeah. So, oh goodness. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should give away spoilers. I saw Knight was watching something else too about Doctor Who. And I always remember River Song. Spoilers. I love Alex Kingston. So she's pretty cool. Snort. You're funny. I'm not alone. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of us. I know. But my advice I will always give you is go watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it anymore. That's all I'm going to say. I don't agree people when they chant new Star Wars. Yeah. I don't agree with people when they chant it at all. I don't think anything's woke. How can I put this where, because I'm a progressive mom, you know, my kids are not being raised the way I was raised. That's my own problem with organized religion. Okay. But I want my kids to make their own mistakes. And then we talk about it on the other side. And I was told the other day, I'm a woke mother. I said, no, I'm letting them fall on their face, which is what my parents did to me. I was a latchkey kid. My parents worked full time. I was home alone by myself until they came home. Sometimes I did not see my mom in the summers because she works for Missouri State and she had so much work to do. She worked so much overtime. I never saw her. So, you know, I think we're taking some of that just a little too far anymore. And I think it's because of the year we're in and there's an election this year. That's what I believe. So speaking of Disney, four days more till Disney Plus original. Yes, I saw that. And Vic and Knight and I were talking about that on the drive up and back from oh, I sent it. I sent everything out there. Did it not go to your group chat, Dad Man? I'm sorry. But yeah, we were talking about it going up there, and I'm confused about the plot. But what else is new about Disney? The only thing I want to say is renew the Oracle. Announce the Oracle. Stop stalling. Okay, now I've said my piece about Disney. Hey, what's up, party people? You're always welcome here, Dad Man. You know that. So Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, WandaVision, everything. Yeah, you know, I don't know anymore. I think it's ideas. Like, I think some people, I'm going to use Star Trek as an idea. Okay. You can disagree with me. That's awesome. Go ahead. Oh, I get you. Okay, Dad, I get you. Yeah. Vic's not here tonight. So, yeah, I don't know for sure. Okay. But I think J.J. Abrams didn't like the way the original movies went. Oh, I'll make sure he sings for sure. We'll sing together. You know I like to sing. So I also play violin and viola, in case you're curious. I just think that J.J. Abrams didn't like the way the original Star Trek movies went. And he said, you know what? I'm going to use Into Darkness as an example. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it how I want to. And I think Kirk should die. Yeah, no. Don't mess with greatness. It's like they want to redo Back to the Future. You touch that movie, I swear. Don't touch the classics. Don't do it. I have to be careful saying this. I have my issues with remaking Naked Gun. I hope it's going to be great. I'm hoping it's not a remake. It's actually a continuance, but I have a feeling it's a remake. They're almost done filming. They have like a couple weeks left. Erica Huggins, who's the president of Fuzzy Door, put that out there. But Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy and O.J. Simpson, you can't, and Priscilla Presley, you can't replace greatness, right? So, bare necessity. I get you. You headed back to your mom's house. Oh, no Fortnite? That sucks. Sorry, your internet's out. My internet's acting kind of funky because it's been storming here all day. It always does it when it storms here. So, look for the bare necessities. Yeah, J.J. Abrams is not my favorite. Yeah, my favorite is it Jim Abrams from Airplane? That's my favorite Abrams. So, yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Snort says, this bear may or may not be conscious later. Did I knock you out with my singing? You're funny. Oh, boy. Snort. Snort got acquainted with Blank the snow leopard, dad man. So I don't know if you saw my pictures, but here's Blank. We can find polar bears. It's the strangest thing. You go to a zoo and because usually elephants and polar bears are like the biggest selling plushie, right? They had elephants, but no, yeah. How do I define woke? Not the way that others are defining it. Yeah, Jim. I love him. Love him. The way that things were, I can imagine. Okay. How do I put this? I'm trying to. You got me thinking now. Thank you. No, kidding. Jet lagged person, and you're making me think. Treating people with kindness and respect, all genders, all races, all sexual orientation, is not woke. It's common decency, right? And let me tell you, James Caserta, I was raised in the Southern Baptist Church and I was a bigot. I was. And my best friend from high school is gay. And I had an epiphany. I'm like, it's above my pay grade to tell these people how to live because I can barely live myself. I can't do it. I don't see why I get to maybe my children. Yeah, I get to dictate how you live right now until you're 18. And then, but, it was when the Supreme Court ruled that same-sex marriages could go through, was my epiphany. And now I'll use the accolade as an example. Do I believe in witches and their religion? Not necessarily. Am I going to tell them how to worship? No. Do I care that they have same-sex relationships? No. Not my call. Now, let me tell you what I think is woke. And I'm a Christian, okay? I believe in the separation of church and state. And I believe that what's going on in Louisiana is a little bit too woke. I think Common Core curriculum is a little too woke. But Night the producer has to take it if she wants to graduate with the International Baccalaureate stamp on her diploma. So the thing that when I hear woke, I feel like there's a, how do I say this nicely without being a total bitch? I think there's, okay, I'm just going to come out and say it because you know I'm a big mouth. I think there's a sense of weak-mindedness in our country right now, and it's really shocking to me. I saw it on display this last weekend, and I'm really sad that it's running through my family. I know my grandfather is rolling in his grave. That man served 2 tours in Korea and 2 tours in Vietnam, and I know for sure if he heard that I did this last weekend, and saw, Michigan's a purple state, guys. I mean, that was fascinating to me. My grandfather would be totally upset. I believe it. But I don't think woke is a bad 4-letter word. I think, because I used to be this way, my motto used to be, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And change is a bad word. I used to think that way. That's what they taught us in church. But there really is better ways to do things. And I think change is hard for some people. Everybody's different because life would suck if we were all the same. That's one of my mottos. Because it's true. We all like the same thing. We all like, you know. But if you believe in the scriptures, it doesn't. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's why God gave us free will. You didn't violate anything. No, I've been, you know, I think I can't remember who gave me the suggestion, but like, since it's an election year, do the taboo subjects twice this year instead of just once. Hey, buddy Hepburn, welcome. How are you? But I think the new ideas might be a little too bold for some people. And, you know, change is difficult. Yeah, I agree with you, Dad, man. I've been seeing some things pop up in my X feed, my Twix feed, that I'm going, how the heck did the algorithm push that to my feed? You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to, the algorithms are supposed to watch or know about things that you are interested in. And the next thing I know, I don't even follow Fox News. I don't even follow Newsmax, and their stuff is popping up in my news feed. And, you know, I try not to follow mainstream media anymore. I try to stay away from clickbait. Let me tell you guys, clickbait is driving me insane. It's driving me insane. I just think it's stupid. I have to deal with huge echo chamber. That's why my skull is empty. Snort. You're hilarious. What I consider woke, James, is probably not what you consider woke. And that's because I'm a woman, believe it or not. I live in the Midwest. You live on the East Coast. And Dad, Man, and Mrs. live in the South. I mean, I live along the Mason-Dixon line. Yeah, the ads thing. See, buddy, I deliberately purchase premium because I hate the ads and I like the features that they are allowing us to purchase. It just really helps the podcast. But yeah, like I'm saying, you're funny sport. I know a woman that likes NASA. I actually found this at Five Below. I was pretty excited about this shirt. I like science. I'm a nerd. I like STEM. I think that stuff's awesome. My cousins work for a huge pharmaceutical company. They are so smart. Those ladies are very smart. Um, they're really cool people. And my cousin has designed knee implants, and he's got some patents that he earns royalties on. So my cousins are amazing. Now, they were homeschooled. I was public schooled. Um, I see big differences, but then again, we're not so different. So, but anywho, who put the bug up Snort's butt today? He's on fire. That's great. That's great. Dad, man, you're funny. Oh, yeah, those ads. Oh my gosh. I renewed. I bumped up our YouTube Premium because I was watching those shows with Night last night, and it was like every 2 minutes this stupid ad would come on. So I'm like, you know what? That's just dumb. She needs to watch her stuff, and Oh, I like stew, but I'm talking about science. I guess cooking is a science, right, Dad, man? It's not stew weather yet. It's corn on the cob weather. Snort has a bug up his ass? Oh, man. That sucks. You guys are cracking me up. It's funny. Disco stew. Yeah. That was something else. We haven't had cable. Like, the minute we walked in that hotel room, Tony walks over and makes sure that he knows which room. Like, our room had 2 TVs, one for one part, one for the other. And he made sure which remote worked for which one. And the TV instantly went on FXX because we love 20th Century Fox anime. Funny stuff. So, and I was shocked because you guys have heard my story about, fake Seth MacFarlane. He couldn't watch Family Guy for the longest time, and he left it on. He's like, I want to watch the Family Guy. I'm like, okay, go for it. And he actually turned on American Dad too. I was like, wow, what is up with you? He's like, well, it just sounded good. I'm like, well, yeah, American Dad sounds good during the 4th of July. So, but yeah, stupid ads. Bug is better than those tapeworms like the brown and black bears. You're funny, buddy. That's funny. Yeah. So when we weren't with family or we weren't doing something, we were watching FXX or swimming in the pool. That was a lot of fun. Oh, when's the last time we stayed in a hotel? I think it was, all of us. I think it was 2014. It was a long time ago. Easy to turn your brain off. Yeah, I know. I'm just a Seth MacFarlane super fan, and I just like to fall asleep hearing him do all the character voices. I just think it's cool. So I rewatched Legopolis, the final episodes of Tom Baker Part 1 and 2. It was so good. I still get upset when I see the 4th Doctor die. To say, yeah, I know. Gosh, Tom Baker, he's classic. He always will be. Yeah. I purchased BritBox and I was starting to watch through Classic Who. And I don't know how you feel about the beginning of Doctor Who, but it's slow to me, considering when I started watching Doctor Who was when did I start working at United Healthcare? 2013. That's when I started watching Doctor Who on BBC America. It's okay, Millie. It's just our neighbors. The little neighbor girl next door is slamming the cabinets in their kitchen. It bothers Millie. Thunderstorms bother Millie. I felt really bad. I left them, and it stormed train effect here on the 4th of July, and Gorilla Man couldn't come over and spend the time with the cats because they don't like thunderstorms, and So I felt really bad. Anywho. Yeah. There's a lot of buzz out there about Cobra Kai. It's coming back. The Umbrella Academy is coming back August 8th. Futurama, of course. We're doing Futurama Watch Party on Sunday nights. That comes back July 29th. Lots of good stuff coming back to streaming. The Boys is out on Prime Video. So yeah. I like the way this season ended. I like the bi-regeneration. I thought it was great. I like that they brought back the toy maker and they brought back Maestro is a new character, isn't it? And the last one they fought, they brought back, but now totally gone. So I'm waiting for the Master to come back. I have a feeling we're going to see them again. But we'll see. Yeah, not just relegated to the past. You're absolutely right. Yep. So I'm ready for Strange New Worlds to start. Can I please have the next season? Hello. There was something tonight on Prodigy. I'm going to give away one thing. Sorry. Our favorite traveler returns. I won't tell you his name, but you know who I'm talking about. And he has a planet in a multiphasic circumstance. And to me, that felt like they stole that directly from the Orville. You know, the episode in season 2 where Kelly becomes the deity to the culture, and it's a multiphasic planet going in and out of universes. So I felt like they kind of stole that idea from the Orville. But you watch it and you tell me. That's what it is. Yeah. So, well, I'm going to pull a Snortopoopus and I'm going to go take a nap because I want to play Fortnite. Okay, cool. Have a good time. Have a good nap, Dad, man. I know how you feel. I came home yesterday and I crashed for like 5 hours after driving all night. So I'm still... Work today was fascinating. I mean, it was an easy day, but I'm like, do I have to work today? But yeah, I had to. I actually made it on time to work this morning, so I was kind of excited. So, okay, well, I got a few news stories. Just want to share. They did the multiphasic planet on DS9. Did they? What episode? Hot Topics as his mom. Oh, Wesley. Okay. You might be surprised who shows up on Prodigy. Mm-hmm. The episode called Meridian. Okay. I have to go watch that again. I don't remember it. Well, that's sad. It's not a memorable. Yes. See, I was trying to keep it a secret because some people haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched the new season. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to have Netflix to watch Prodigy now because they moved it from Paramount Plus to Netflix. That was the deal. Since they canceled it, since Paramount said, nope, go away, Netflix picked it up. So that was great. Netflix picks up a lot of stuff, you know. Didn't they pick up... that show that was on NBC with the plane. Dang it. I love it when my brain just like shuts off. Okay, well, actually, before I start talking about certain things, let's go ahead and talk about Paramount and CBS Entertainment. Let me share my screen because I thought this deal was dead and it's not. So according to U.S. News and World Report, the merger's going through and there will be no family members running Paramount. None. I think that's a great way to shift it into the new entertainment field But I was kind of, why make that known? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Some people do, because a redstone has seemed to be in power of Paramount for a very long time. But they wanted it to be known. They wanted it to be known. So Skydance is going to own Paramount. It looks like it's going to be a new power play between David Ellison, and the founder of Skydance and son of billionaire Larry Ellison, who is the founder of Oracle. So pretty interesting. I mean, there's a lot of litigation going on with Paramount. There's, Paramount Plus is not doing as good as it should. Did you guys see the box office numbers this weekend? Let me show you that. It's pretty fascinating. America wants these kinds of movies. The world wants these kinds of movies. Despicable Me 4 topped the box office this weekend. Inside Out 2 crossed the 1 billion mark worldwide. What does that tell us? When Bad Boys 4, because normally the 4th of July weekend is for action-packed movies, right? When Bad Boys 4 is 4th on the list and lost out to animated series, animated movies, that tells you a lot. And does that say $8 billion? No way that's what they're buying Paramount for. And then this movie, Maxine, opened to 6.7 million. The third grossing movie was A Quiet Place, the prequel, day one. Night was also watching something. She kind of flips through YouTube like it's TV now. So pretty interesting stuff. So if you haven't noticed, Alec Baldwin's manslaughter trial started. Let's see. Let me read through your comments first. I'll go back here. Hold on. Oops. I should love it when that happens. D. Ellison. Yeah, I agree. He's trying to outlive his dad's. He's trying not to be seen as a Nepo baby. I don't blame him. I watched season 1. Yeah. What did you think about it, buddy? I know some people in our community, I won't name names, he refuses to watch it because it's Alex Kurtzman. So, is he now? Uh-oh. Well, there's been rumors that they're going to spin off Star Trek into its own studio. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. Because if Ellison is a huge Trekkie, he might want to keep it and revamp it for himself. So I was at Harvey's today and I hear that they are going to go through with the merger. I think it said $8 billion, but I don't think that's the right dollar amount. Maybe they dropped it again because of all the litigation. There's a lot they're going to have to sort out thanks to the Redstones. So, Manifest. Thank you, Donnie. That's what it is. Yeah, Manifest went from NBC to Netflix, and I still haven't caught up with it. So, figures. Okay, let's see. I did my mock-up of what CBS Studios and Paramount Pictures on-screen logo. I know. Do you know what I love, Donnie? There was somebody else that did some, and they were just absolute cheese. They were so funny. It was like P-Mount and all kinds of funniness. I mean, you got a good laugh out of it. You have no idea what they're going to come up with, right? Now, the big question for me is, so you didn't do Peacock and Paramount matchups. You did Skydance and Paramount. Okay, I'll have to go look at those. Are they still going to split off the catalog to the streaming part of it to Peacock, Universal? They were talking about it. So, by the way, I was going to say, Donnie, Netflix is getting Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. They will be the first ones to have it. I was reading an article today about it. So, it'll be fascinating. So, yeah, good stuff. What, Snort? I have to go do the nap thing myself. All right. Well, have a good nap, my friend. Glad you got to meet Blank the Snow Leopard. So I learned that from Jay of Sidetrack. Okay. Okay, cool. Trek needs. Yes, I agree. I agree. We need to put away the Kelvin universe and go back to the regular timeline. Why did we have to split it off in the first place? So that's just my thing. Let's see. Seems that Peacock Paramount Plus merger may not happen. Yeah, I was starting to think that, yeah, they are. There's so many rumors flying around, you know? And the name of the game is distribution if you want to earn the dollars. And they need to pay attention to Netflix. What's the other one that's in the black? Oh, shoot. It's not Max. But they need to pay attention to Netflix. Netflix has, it seems, the right balance. So, I don't know. Good thing I got this petition of mine. Okay. He's got a petition up there. Go check that out. But yeah. Perhaps. I get you. James, what you saying? Tail wags the dog and Helly woke. Okay. Yeah. So Alec Baldwin's manslaughter trial started today. If you all don't remember, he is accused of not checking the gun that he was handed by the armorer. She is convicted. I don't know her sentencing. But he shot Elena Hutchinson, who was the assistant director, and the director. I forgot his name. I apologize. She died, and the director was wounded, but he lived. Alec Baldwin is the executive producer. This was his baby. Me being the person that I am, if I was the executive producer and somebody died on my movie set, I would take full responsibility no matter what happened. That's just me. I can understand that he's not doing well. He's got how many young kids at home? And his wife? I mean, my goodness. That's a lot to stomach if he has to serve jail time. So, they're going to be fine. Don't get me wrong. But maybe this is woke of me, but maybe there needs to be a lot of things change in Hollywood. The old way of doing things just doesn't work anymore, especially in this case. So, but the judge, let me share my screen. The judge said, and this is from the Associated Press, that his role as co-producer is not relevant to the trial over the shooting. And he looks like he's lost so much sleep, And I was kind of surprised by that because this is his baby. And prosecutors, this is like a huge setback for them, considering that the armorer was found, guilty of manslaughter. So, but it's just fascinating, see where this trial goes from here and see if the prosecution can prove their case. I don't know. I think if you're going to have guns on set, especially for a Western, hey, Alec Baldwin has always been cocky. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. I would think he would have a change of mindset after a woman died, and it was at his hand. But anyways, but we'll see. We'll see what the prosecution does. I have a feeling that, haven't they already finished the compensation for her family? Like the civil trial is done. So it's just sad that we had to lose a person. And she has I see that was 3 years ago. I think he's like 13, 14 now. So he's without his mom. And speaking of Power Rangers, the official Dino Fury soundtrack album is 4 days away. I thank Bert Sellen for that breaking Power Rangers news. And there's the YouTube. Okay. Cool. Dino Fury. I have to go listen to that. I like some of the Power Rangers orchestrations and such. Pretty good stuff. So, hold on one second. Oh, geez. People just love blowing up my phone when they know I'm in the middle of a show. And the last thing that I saw today is our favorite Harley Quinn. 69 minutes in Teehee High FKHC 2005, otherwise known as Tim. I need to go make my own clip for you, honestly. I went and made my own, open this jar of pickles. So. No, I do not. I don't. These are the same. Okay. Let's have this discussion. These are the same parents, because I have family members who are like this, that said that Voltron is satanic, that said that Thundercats is satanic, that said Smurfs are even satanic because they're blue. Really? No, they're not. It's fiction. It's fantasy. Hey, stunning and brave Megatron, how are you? Oi. Hope you're doing well. I just don't agree. I don't agree. I think it's absolutely, these are the same people that say any type of science fiction is satanic. These are also the same people, because I grew up around them, that said rock and roll is Satan. You can't have Christian rock. It glorifies Satan. Whatever. I look back, like I grew up in that mindset, and I look back at it now, I'm going, my God, why did I stay? I can worship God anywhere. Why do I have to go? Night, the producer, and I have this talk a lot. So they can listen to Striper. Is that what it says? Is that how you pronounce that? Yeah. I remember back in the 90s, there was a kid who got kicked in the head and he died, and the parents were saying, see that boy? Oh my goodness. That's just boys being boys. That was probably a big accident. Are you? And if you are, that's your choice. I don't have any problem with that. I don't. I choose not to. Excuse me. Sorry. I choose not to worship that. But this is America. Freedom of religion is covered in the First Amendment, whether we like it or not. It's there. I like it. However you want to worship, that's up to you. Who you want to worship, what religion, that's yours. Me, I don't care. You do what you want. Just be lawful. You know what I mean? Follow the laws. Don't be weird about it. I'm still working on my parents about this. Hold on one second. You know what? Stunning. My sister and I got into a talk about this weekend, actually, while we were visiting family. I think I finally got that fruit fly. Okay. James, I was raised that being LGBTQIA+ was wrong. It was a sin. It was frowned upon interracial couples. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, the big one, abortion rights. Yeah. If you want to know how I feel about that, go look at my personal page, not the podcast page. But yeah, that's what I was bigoted against. And quite honestly, now that I am older and I guess wiser, I don't know if I really am, but that's above my pay grade. All that stuff is between you and God and your partner and a doctor or whatever, the Constitution, however you want to look at it. It's not my place to tell you how to live. It's not my place to judge you for how you want to live. This is America. We have freedom. And freedom's not free, but we have freedom to live how we want. So, as long as we follow the laws. So, yeah, I ain't Christian or satanic. I only believe in Decepticonism. This is going to be weird. But like I said, my sister and I were talking this weekend, and we were actually saying a lot of the coolest people we know that are not judgmental are atheists. And you believe in, if you don't want to believe in a God, that's great. If you want to believe in an entity, I sometimes believe in the cosmos. I believe in God. I believe there are forces that, I believe that we make choices, but yet there is something that pulls things together, there are some things that pulls things apart. I've had to learn that lesson the hard way for the past 2 years. But yeah, it's not, and I'm trying to be as positive as I can about it. I tell my kids all the time, you live your life as long as you vote and you live by the laws that are written. Your mom is happy. I live by the laws, you live by the laws. So I heard a argument over the weekend that maybe we have too much freedom, and I was going, what? No. So I know there was a lot of talk about the Supreme Court, and I just looked at those people and I said, no, I'm not going there. Let's talk about the MCU. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about movies. So, and last but not least, my last bit of news is our favorite Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, our favorite Barbie, is pregnant with her first child with her husband. So congratulations to Margot Robbie. she has a lot of stuff on her plate. She's been developing a lot of different movies and Barbie too. I don't know where this puts that in the schedule. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, how did I click that? All right, there we go. That was my link tree if you want to go look at that. Like, I was telling my cousins this, you guys are going to find this hilarious. My sister had a tape of Prince, and it was Party Man from Batman 89. And she had this cute little cassette player she got for Christmas. And we went up there for Thanksgiving to visit my aunt and uncle and my cousins. And they were all dancing in the living room. And me and my cousin Val, she's the one that has the TikTok. She's the really cool deaf interpreter. We were sitting over in our own little corner, reading books together. And they were dancing around. And my aunt comes in and she goes, "Oh my gosh, what is that you're playing?" And my sister goes, "It's Party Man by Prince." And she's like, "Give me that tape." And she puts it on top of the fridge. And of course, my sister's crying because that was her favorite tape at the time. And I think we actually ended up breaking that tape because we played it so much. And my mom and dad were like at the store and they came back and my aunt goes, "How can you let your children listen to that garbage?" And my mom's like, "I've seen the movie. It's Batman. It's a comic book. What do you, I mean, I don't think the lyrics are bad, but yeah, she was just very strict with her kids. They could only watch VeggieTales. They could only watch kids songs. They could only, they weren't allowed to really watch TV. They had to read books that were approved, they were all homeschooled. And I went to public school, came up there. I was allowed to watch what I wanted. So like that whole week of Thanksgiving was, we weren't allowed to watch TV. So I was like, "Oh God, what are we going to do?" So we fought over Barbie dolls. I was telling her, my cousin and I were like, none of them were fighting over Barbies or cutting off their hair. So, good times. Yeah. Some kids' movies are disturbing. Yeah. Like The Little Mermaid. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you. I have heard that, Daniel. But here's the funny part. Where those books became popular, the pastor's granddaughter brought it to church and was reading the Goblet of Fire while he was preaching at the pulpit. And I was going, "Oh my God." Well, it is, but what version are you saying is the classic? Because there's Hans Christian Andersen, there's other Norse tellings, there's Disney's version. I don't know if you've seen, I saw this cute little snippet while I was watching the Orville today on Disney Plus, about this new animated series. Oh, you all right, Millie? About Ariel. I thought it was so cute. But yeah, they keep retelling what, Millie? They keep retelling the story over and over, and it's we know how Disney is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Disney just regurgitate. Yeah. Okay. So, you know what I miss? Maybe y'all agree with me. Independent creativity. Imagination, not regurgitation. So, I miss independent thinking. Use that lump 3 feet above your ass. Oh, let me tell you, I heard that this weekend they are not happy about the accolade. They do not believe that witches, like my cousins were upset about, and some of the, they're upset about the Night Sisters. I'm going, why? Who cares? Yeah, I agree. They believe that, well, they believe in creationism, not evolution, not Big Bang Theory. So, and I'm not talking the show. I'm talking about the theory that, the universe keeps expanding. Boom. So the Night Sisters. Yep. So anything that's not biblical, I guess is how I'm going to put it, they deem it as satanic. So I still can't get over the pastor's granddaughter reading Harry Potter in church while he's preaching. I still can't get over it. It's just too funny. I see, and I can look back at that stuff now and laugh at it. But back then, I was telling her to, put your bookmarker in and you listen to your grandpa. Wasn't my kid to be correcting. My baby was, I didn't even have kids yet. I was just a teenager helping out in the kids department and all that fun stuff. I believe it. I think I've read that before. But I still love Jimmy Dugan's use that love 3 feet above your ass. Tom Hanks is just classic. He is. He's just classic all around. So. Oh my gosh. Daniel, that's so funny you bring that up. Yeah. That was told to, like, I brought it up about Back to the Future in Sunday school once, and they told me that how dare my parents allow me to watch time travel. So it's just insane, even if they're, well, like there's they think unicorns are satanistic. Yeah. There's always going to be good and evil. That's just life. And there has to be that balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't get. Instead of focusing on good and doing good, they want to harp and complain about bad. So. Yeah, it was like force fed to us as kids in that church, in that denomination. So you just kind of roll with it. Life has been a little better since not going back. So I have a confession. I read my Bible every day. I do those 365 devotionals. I prefer the New King James Version over the regular. It's just a little bit easier to read because I have reading comprehension issues. It's not that I'm not dyslexic or anything. It's just I can't get certain things to stick. I'm a horrible test taker. I get anxiety real bad. So my dad was a little bit like that growing up, but not as near. My parents are cool. I'm blessed to have some really cool parents. They didn't Bible beat me and my sister. They really didn't. But we were raised in a Christian home, and you were expected to be a good kid, and if you weren't a good kid, you got spanked, and you were expected to behave in public, and boy, did I have a time with my boys. Let me tell you, my mom and dad could not have raised boys. I told my mom this weekend because my aunt said, yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do it. I said, Mom, if I had a little brother or an older brother, they probably would have been dead because you would have spanked him to death. So, and my sister and I were raised tomboys. So it, let's see. Two types. James says there's two types of people. People who want to do good. And yeah. Why can't we just work together to make it a better place? All the time and energy. Somebody said to me, all the time and energy you take to complain about something, you could have just already fixed it already. Or you could have already finished the task, or you could have already, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's true. So yesterday I was on a stream and the guy was talking about the book of Revelation and the Antichrist, how he will be like a corrupt general, cause World War III. Daniel, there's a whole book series by Tim LaHaye and Jerry Jenkins. It's called Left Behind, the whole series. And they fictionalize what they think it's going to be like out of the book of Revelations. And actually, what is his name? Cameron. He was the star in the movies. And even the movies didn't follow the books. Hollywood got a hold of that one. They're good books about the end days. So okay. Stunning, what are you saying? I think I'd want girls to be honest if I have kids. Well, you want your kids to be honest, all of them. So just because I know how much of a pain in the ass me and my brother were raised. Girls mature faster than boys. Like Night is already 30 and she's 16, and my boys are, yeah. So boys, yes. I call them drama kings. And Tony was the good kid. He was just like 90 miles an hour a minute because he has ADHD. Vic was the middle child, so he would act out to get attention. And Night resents it a little. Now I'm not a therapist. I'm not a child, I haven't been through child development. I just raised 3 kids. But boys, when they are younger, are drama kings. I even saw it this weekend with my second cousins. They were so cute. But like, and the one that I think of, he lives in Kansas City, and he's like 2, and they would give him like a popsicle. They would give him a cookie. They would give him a crackers, watermelon. He was not happy. It was bedtime, honestly. And he was just letting everybody know that no matter what they tried to do to soothe him, he was not going to have it. It was cute. Because it just makes me remember my kids. We ask ourselves, how can I benefit from the chaos and confusion? Not how can I? Yes, very well said. They do. You were the middle child? I'm sorry. You know what's interesting? My mom and my aunt are the middle children. There's 4 of them. And I look at my mom and my aunt. My mom does not act like a middle child. And I'm going, why are you acting like a middle child? She's like, because I knew better. I was going to get my butt whooped if I acted that way. And I'm going, okay, didn't you all get disciplined the same? She's like, no. your uncle got away with murder. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, he was the only boy. So let's see. Although at the same time, I do want to be able to go, that's my little man. I used to say that to the boys all the time. Especially when they'd flirt with girls. It was so funny because you're going, yep, exactly. Yeah, boys will be boys. You just got to let them be. And like I said, I'm a progressive mom. If they wanted to play with Barbies, I let them. If they wanted to play with dolls, I let them. Not action figures. I'm talking dolls. Tony, actually, no. Victor carried around. Hi, is that you, Millie? Are you back? Can you see her? She's photobombing. She's clingy. She's clingy to me today. Victor, while I was pregnant with Knight, he carried around my old Cabbage Patch doll. And after I had her, whenever I had to change her diaper, he changed the doll's diaper. It was just cute. Now, when she was born, he did not want anything to do with her. So it's funny. Kids are fun. I like the phase when they start talking and they say the silliest things, cutest things. It's just funny. Both my boys and girls are getting yes, I played with Transformers. See, my dad used to work in St. Louis when I was little. Oh, your future kids? Yeah, I get you. I'm waiting for grandbabies, but I can wait. But anyways, my dad used to work in St. Louis when I was a little kid, like 3, 4, 5. So he would bring home St. Louis Cardinals stuff. Like I had the little souvenir bat and I had several baseballs that he would catch and baseball cards. I loved collecting baseball cards. I was all like the girls at school were always so mean to me because for one, I was fat. And two, I got along better with the guys and we would trade baseball cards. We would talk sports. We would talk Transformers and Thundercats. And, I had friends that would talk Star Trek and Star Wars. Now, I was always Princess Leia, as you see. But Princess Leia was a tomboy. And you saw that in Obi-Wan. They pretty much let her do the things the guys do. So I'm never going into the Barbie doll aisle at the stores. You really should as a dad, though. You really should. I used to say to the boys, Barbies suck. And then when night came around and it was time for her to play with Monster High and Hannah Montana dolls and all that stuff, Vic played right along with her. And then I had to start saying, Barbies don't suck. Barbies are okay. So the Barbie movie really speaks to me as a mom. I have those thoughts. So I really thought America Ferrera should have got that, but Emily Blunt gave a really good performance. So no, it's like, I don't think dads should be the ones only buying the boy toys. I think moms should, buy them too. I just think it's a rite of passage for the parent. So don't rule it out yet, Stunning. Don't rule it out yet. But first you got to find the right woman to have kids with. Okay. Then you can plan all this other stuff later. There was a girl I met back in 2011 and she was so awesome. She was into Star Wars and Battlefront and played GTA. Yeah. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like I used to work with a lady that loved, what's the big war series? Darn it. See, I'm terrible with video games now. Iron Girl versus... hey, they took Captain Marvel and made her a woman, right? Made him a woman. Brie Larson kicks... I think Brie Larson kicks ass, but that's just me. James, I like the animated series in the MCU. What's it called? What If? Where they took like Captain America and they put it on her, Agent Carter. I thought that was ingenious. Don't worry, I'm very selective with my choices of women. Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm straight. I like men. I have some fans of Seth MacFarlane stalking me. Yeah, it's kind of like I'll find footage or some really cool news story, and the next thing I know, they're like like out there, and I'm going, what? Dude, no. I report on everything. Stop it. Like they deliberately go through my content and they pick up my content and then they regurgitate it right back onto their own social media. It's really weird. They take off my watermarks and everything. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Is that like all-star team of superheroes? You need it. Do you have Disney Plus, James? You should go watch it. There's 2 seasons. It's really good. It's like, you know how when you're kids, you're like, well, what if this happens? What if that had happened? And that's what they did with the show and the characters. So it was pretty interesting. Anyways, I talked to her a few times. We had great conversations about GTA and Battlefront and Stargate. Oh, Stargate's awesome. And her favorite system lord was, and mine is Anubis. No, that's cool. We had a great conversation and she wanted to meet me and I wanted to meet her. So you got to be careful, with who you meet online. I should know. I should know. But there are some, now, don't get me wrong. There are some great love stories that come from meeting people on the internet. There really are. And don't give up on love. That's all I'm saying. It could come from anywhere, right? Let's see. But then in 2012, she got married. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't give up hope. There's others out there. I know, that's rough. I never thought I would be at this age in the situation I am. So I was a big believer in everything is pre-written. I'm meant to be with this person my whole life. And things happened and I'm starting to go, maybe. Used to be like dead set. Although I might get trapped if I meet a chick that's addicted to collecting Transformer toys. Oh, that's great. That's great, Stunning. Yeah, you might. It helps to have common interest. It really does. It really does. But there are some people who are total opposites that make it work, that click, and it's very weird. They make it work. They have their own little lives, but yet they just are madly in love with each other. The sad thing is there are no girls like that. Okay, Daniel, are you going to the conventions? Let me tell you something. They're out there. They're out there. Okay. They may hide under a rock all year, but when those conventions come out, yes, thank you, buddy. That's exactly what you read my mind. I actually saw that the other day. It was like an old clip from like 2 or 3 years ago at San Diego and New York. They showed the speed dating. It was hilarious. I mean, thousands of people. They coordinated it well. Everybody had to have a number on, and yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, don't give up hope, Daniel. They're out there. They're out there. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. So going back to Star Wars. Let's see. Okay, so Stunning Scott. I'm totally dressing as Soundwave and dressing my future. Oh, that would be so cute. That would be adorable. Stunning. Like when they're babies or when they're like 4, 5, 6. That would be adorable. No, do cosplay and go to the conventions. There was at TremendaCon, there was a dad. Oh, what was he dressed up as? There was a mom and dad dressed up as Ghostbusters, and the little kid was dressed up as a Ghostbuster. It was cute, a little proton pack and everything. There was a dad and his daughter. I guess mom was working. Oh, shoot. But it was adorable. She was in this cute little dress and, just cute stuff. You just don't, cosplays all year round. Why not? A meat market? Well, I met Gorilla Man at Subway. I met him at the campus Subway. He made my sandwich twice. The first time I met him, I was actually out with my best friend, and I was actually interested in another guy from high school, and he had a band. They don't have a band anymore, and he's married now. But anyways, but yeah, I was following the band around because my other friend was in the band too, playing bass guitar. And then I came back with my brother. Well, my best friend, I called my brother, Rob. And we went out for lunch at the same Subway like 2 weeks later. It was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving or something like that. And he remembered me and he just started talking to me. And he was like the first guy that ever asked me for my phone number. So, and I went back. So I was in Hitchcock class, like Alfred Hitchcock. I have a film degree from Missouri State. And Wednesday nights were the big film class nights. And I went back that night, and the rest is history. So you're out there. We have the meat. You're funny. Actually, speaking of conventions, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. Oh, nice. I would love to meet those guys. I really would. Do you know, this is kind of off topic, but do you know who I really want to meet? The voice actors for Animaniacs. I see him on Instagram. Rob Paulson, I think is his name. And he's so funny. Like he does funny things with fans. For little, he doesn't charge very much to do those things. So it's pretty funny. But Stunning. I always wanted to dress my kids up because I have 2 boys and a girl as Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. My kids are the Warners, I swear. Maybe I should lock them in a tower. But anyways, I was David Tennant and my brother Matt Smith one year when we were little. My dad thought, oh, that's cute. That's adorable, buddy. I like that. My kids would love that. Like one time I was at Stone Road Mall, an awesome mall in Ontario, and I went to GameStop and there were no girls. Later, I saw a big group of guys and girls. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like people don't want to admit that they are secretly nerds. I've just always been that way. I've just always been a nerd, and I like to talk about it. I don't care. Yeah, Frank was a really nice guy when I met him in 2019 in Vegas. Cool. Anyway, me and my mom went to the food court. I bought some Chinese food, and I looked, same group. Huh, interesting. See, I never, there were only like certain girls that I got along with. That's because we were all nerds. Like we were either orchestra nerds or we were Star Trek nerds. You know what I mean? I was a big Trekkie. I'm a big Orwellian now, as you know. I met Greg Berger while I was there, the original voice of Grimlock and Skyfire from the... Oh, cool. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, my goal if I could just get finances settled and certain things completed, is next year I am planning on making at least the circuit in the Midwest. I'd like to have a table at certain shows, but you have to like plan those like 2 to 3 years in advance. So I know Admiral Teague had talked about having a table that we all like share the cost on. I don't know how he feels about it anymore, but I would love to do that because we're, that's the way you network now is you get out there and you meet your fans. COVID really tried to screw everything up, and I'm so glad that we're all getting back out there and we're going to conventions because we all need that interaction. You just can't have it totally online. It doesn't work that way. So it'd be nice if it would, but it doesn't. Okay. The guys were talking gaming, sci-fi, and the girls were talking girly shows. You know what was interesting for me though? In my groups, because of my best friend Rob, who I consider my brother, we not only talk Star Trek, but we would talk Gilmore Girls and what's the other one? We watched The Golden Girls in reruns, and Star Trek. We wouldn't just talk sci-fi or gaming. We really weren't into gaming. We were more into animation and Star Trek. That was our thing. So did I play Brahms in the orchestra? Oh gosh, what did we play? We played Mozart. We played Bach. Vivaldi. We played a lot of Vivaldi. I know I like to play Pachelbel Canon in D. That's one of my favorite. I had that played at my wedding because I love it. We might have played Brahms. I honestly, it's been, let's see. I dropped out my sophomore year of high school. That was 94, 95. So that's how long it's been. Now in the church orchestra, we played music like from Hillsong and some of the newer Christian. They are shooting off fireworks across the street. Yay. Millie's like freaking out. She's like, doesn't like the sound. So you might hear her meowing. Sorry. Well, at least they're pretty fireworks. I could see them from my window. But it was more like Christian contemporary arrangements, or the music minister would arrange his own stuff. So I've been thinking about learning. I do play drums. I played that when I was in the Parkview High School Lassie Drum and Bugle Corps. I learned how to play all the drums, and I learned how to play them in a set. Now, Night is a central kiltie. She tried snare. She didn't really like it. So now she's cymbals. So we'll see how that goes. I was never the musician growing up. I could only annoy people with horrible flute skill. You were a flautist. Yeah, that's cool. Drums are your favorite. Yeah. There's somebody down the street that has a drum set, and I really would love to have another drum set. Um, but yeah, money has to go elsewhere. I love playing Hoist and Dvorak. Yes, all great composers. Um, we played John Williams. We played the Star Wars theme. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. He's got some 30-second runs in there that you're going, ooh. Simpsons theme, flautist, yeah. Danny Elfman is an asshole. No, I'm kidding. He's a great composer. But the runs in the Simpsons theme song, oh my God, Becky, they are hard for string instruments. So my dad marched. So I took part of Vanguard. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Lots of talent among all of us. That's great. That's cool. Or people around us that are talented. All my cousins played instruments. They either played piano, cello, violin. My cousin and I don't know if you've seen the picture. I have it posted out there, but we went up there for Thanksgiving, and she and I put on a little concert. She played cello. I played violin. So it's pretty fun. Yeah. When we were little. Man, how time flies. I haven't played my violin in like 6 months, but I have really bad carpal tunnel now, so it's really hard to, I had to choose. It's either work and earn money or cross stitch and play the violin. So, kind of got to have priorities. Actually, one time we went to a John Williams symphony on a field trip. Got to hear Empire, Superman, Indy, Star Wars. Oh, that's awesome. He does, he did one last year. I don't know if he's going to do it this year, but he puts on a concert at the Hollywood Bowl. Oh man, I'd love to go see that. That would be so great. Just like, sit there and see the man at work. Because he's amazing. He's what, 93, 94? He's incredible. Yeah. See, despite my formal piano and cello training. Oh, that's great. That's great, Donnie. Yeah. Vic writes lyrics. And Knight keeps trying to get me to teach her violin. I can barely teach her how to drive. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I would like John Williams to do another set of concerts. I would like to go to the Sinatra concert. See, Sinatra and I, I have a really cool, I share my birthday with some really cool people. I share my birthday with Sinatra. I share my birthday with Bob Barker. And I share my birthday with Mayim Bialik. And there was somebody else. But I've always wanted to go for my birthday when they do the Hollywood Bowl Sinatra tribute concert, because Nancy shows up every year, every time. And that would just be so cool. That would be a great birthday present for me, I think. My instruments are pencils, pens, markers. See, everybody has a talent. Everybody does. Knight, the producer, is a singer, and she's an artist. She draws amazing works. I told her she starts putting it out more there on, her social media and stuff, and using it in her portfolio. My cousins paint. Oh my goodness. My second cousin was drawing face paint on the little kids. They were so eloquent. I was like, wow, this is great. Even though they were like tigers and stuff. The way she draws it, it's amazing. They were showing off one of my second cousins painting. Just beautiful. The colors and the design. My aunt paints. That was her outlet. besides wedding dresses. She designs beautiful wedding dresses. So let's see here. Daniel says, what do you think about, there was a rumor that Chris Pratt is supposed to take it over, but they killed off the son. I don't know. We get one glimmering hope that it might continue with the son, and then they kill him off in war. I did not like that plotline. I got to tell you, I was not happy about it. I studied piano. Oh, really? Wow. Wow. But I bet you play the piano very well. So. Yeah. Got to have that outlet. I know a lot of people who did karate or, those kinds of things. I guess if that's where they want to take Indiana Jones, I guess that's where it's going. And it's sad. You're absolutely right, buddy. It was underrated. It was really good. And the books are fabulous. If you haven't read the books, they're hard to find right now because they're not printing them anymore. But man, those are such good books. My French aunt painted and played the piano. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff out there that's underrated. That's one of them, buddy. I think it's ridiculous. So don't knock it out yet. Go look at it. I need to get back into skating. I like Gordon. That's funny. I haven't seen those movies in forever. Okay. Do you watch Letterkenny on Hulu? I love Letterkenny. Oh my God. 12 seasons. Totally fabulous. That shit. It can make me roll all day long. They did a spinoff series with Shoresy. And it's hilarious. Jared Lesko, of course, plays Wayne and Shoresy. And he writes most of it. It's just funny stuff. So if you don't have any time and you're looking for something to watch, go to Hulu and look up Letterkenny. There's also there was like one season of an animated series where they were trying to draw kids in. It was funny because Wayne breeds German Shepherds on the farm. And it's funny. Are they going to make one? Because Emilio's like, I don't know if I want to come back or not. So he's not doing nothing. Put him to work. I did too, Daniel. How do you feel about the Dial of Destiny? I wasn't impressed. It's good when it starts, but it just ends funky to me. So I like that weird sci-fi. Sorry, guys. Weird sci-fi stuff. I love it. So that's why I like the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. Yeah, it was good. I think Cate Blanchett really nailed it. Man, she worked really hard on that Russian accent, So pretty good. I just don't see why they would shut down that franchise. It makes lots of money. I mean, I know Harrison Ford is getting up there in age, but there are other people that they could cast. Like, we're missing pieces of time in Indiana Jones. So, see, the Mighty Ducks Game Changers had 2 seasons. Emilio, of course he did. Iger likes to cut lots of things, including Willow. And he doesn't know how to renew the Orville. Honestly, I think I'm starting to wonder if it's going to move to Universal. That's just me, though. I love the Dial of Destiny. I like time travel too. It just kind of fell flat for me. But Emilio. Oh, okay. Fascinating. I'm just surprised we don't see him in more things. Maybe he's just done. He's made his money. He's done. Um, that happens. Happens in Hollywood. I like it when the actors make all the money and they're where they want to be at in life and they turn to philanthropy. I like those good news stories. That's my thing. I wish I had made all my money and could be, volunteering everywhere. But life isn't that easy. We need a time traveling space Indiana Jones. Ooh. That's not a bad idea, James. That's not a bad idea. Wormhole effect. No, kidding. Where there's a lot. Okay, so Prodigy, there's a lot of wormhole talk this season for time travel. Most of the new Disney Plus shows I like. I know. That really bothered me because Warwick Davis championed Disney for years, Lucasfilm, to make Willow 2. And they finally did the show, and now it's canceled. So we don't know what the heck happens after the battle. We're just in limbo. Yay. But is that not typical LucasArts? Lucasfilms? Yeah. Frank Welker is one of the most wealthiest actors. He only charges $70. Well, you know what? Todd Stashwick, Michelle Hurd, and Gates McFadden were only charging like $50 for a selfie here in February. Sorry, guys, my nose wants to run. I want my Kleenex back. Yay! I was like, man, that's so cheap. How can you get away with just a selfie? Or an autograph was like $65. I was like, and everybody that I have heard about Frank, he's so down to earth. So, just 1 second, guys. So, yeah, I would love to meet him. I'm just going to have to figure out, which convention I want to go to. By the way, if you're curious, Creation Entertainment, which puts on the Star Trek convention in Vegas, is actually taking it nationwide. It's new. They haven't done it before, at least that particular one. So the schedule is out there on their website, so go check that out. We're thinking about going to the Chicago one in September, so we'll see. Let's see. There are talks of Short Round getting a spinoff. Well, he was just in Loki. I mean, I think he would make a great, yeah, I think it would make a great spinoff series. What the heck is he be doing all this time, So I really like the Mysterious Benedict Society. Is that still out there? I'm gonna have to go watch that one. I just watched a show called Renegade Nell. And it's like Outlander, but more kid-friendly. It was pretty good. Go check that out on Disney. It was pretty good. Frank Welker really is super respectful and kind to his fans. And Peter Call. That's awesome. You know who was really sweet? And Sam Jones. He was really nice. I got to say hi to him. I didn't get to take a picture, of course, because you have to pay for that. And Scott Ines, who does Scooby's voice, he was so down to earth. I just walked by and said hello, and he's like, no, come back here, talk to me. Because I had on my Orville hoodie. And, just a quick chat just hi, and you're awesome. And, he was just really nice. Of course, I cut in front of somebody else. So that wasn't very nice. But no, they removed it. Oh, my dad got one with Stan Lee in 2018. Oh, that's cool. I love Stan Lee. I miss him. He was so great. I didn't get to meet him. There was somebody I was saying, I was just on the circuit and he passed away and I didn't get to see him. I was really upset about it. I was like, no. Darn it, it'll come to me in a minute. But somehow they got to keep the universe alive. Huh. Yeah. I think Kathleen Kennedy needs to listen to us all. You know what I mean? Oh, Stunning says, there was a Transformers convention where Peter was introducing Frank, calling him the king. And when Frank came on stage and introduced himself, he referred to Peter as the real king. They are awesome. Had Indiana 4, had aliens and Romans. Oh. So you don't think the Crystal Skulls was enough? I thought it was. My favorite Indiana will always be The Last Crusade. Just because I love Sean Connery. They were a good duo together. They really were. So yeah, but as for keeping the universe alive with spinoffs, they have to be good written spinoffs, not just slap something out there on the wall and see if we watch it. You know what I'm saying? Earn our viewership. That's what the studios have lost. They are not earning our viewership. They're just assuming that we just love the franchise, so therefore we're just gonna show up. They're seeing it right now. Look at what Universal Illumination just did with Despicable Me 4. Look at Inside Out. So very interesting stuff. It's a real crime that Indiana Jones never got a... Yeah. That would be an interesting show. You should pitch that to Lucasfilms. You really should. Pitch that to him. You know what, Stunning? I would even watch it if it was a little kid toddler show. Like it's about him as a little kid. I would watch that. I think it'd be cute to see what kind of mischief he got into because we saw what he did as a teenager. Oh my God, this is funny. There has been a lot of hate online about Kathleen Kennedy, and her husband came out and he was saying to the haters, leave my wife alone. It was funny. Oh, because he misspelled haters. Oh, yeah. Okay. She could have avoided all of it. She just had to put herself in better circumstances with better programming decisions. Is it all about the mighty dollar, or is it about the repeat viewer staying with the franchise? Haters are going to hate. You're absolutely right, Daniel. I remember seeing a fan make a really cool... Oh, did they? There's somebody, I forgot what his name is, but he makes really cool Star Trek, the animated series shorts. He's awesome. I really like it. Admiral Teague showed that to us. And I get his notification. Gosh, I'm terrible with names. I remember somebody's face, but names, nah. So, whoo, that one was loud. Good grief. The grandkids are shooting off fireworks across the street. That startled us, didn't it, Millie? Poor Millie. Let's see. What's that one, Stenning? Here it is. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I know, James. That's what it is, isn't it? You're seeing it in Star Trek, Star Wars. I I'm shocked. I'm glad we're not seeing it in Stargate and Babylon 5. I really am. Okay, I'll go watch it. Sounds great. I'm always looking for new and interesting things to watch. There's only so much you can binge watch Star Trek and the Orville. Oh gosh, or Stargirl, or movies. Now, turn on Fifth Element. I will always watch that one because it's amazing. So, but yeah, not much to talk about tonight. I mean, we're having a good conversation. I would like to see, if we're going to talk Star Wars, I would like to see Claudia Gray's book about Princess Leia made into a series, like when she was a teenager growing up. I mean, we've already seen that really cute young lady that they cast for Leia in Obi-Wan. If she becomes Millie Bobby Brown would make a great Princess Leia. She looks exactly like Carrie. By the way, they are in production on Stranger Things season 5, and it will be the last season. So just in case you are a Stranger Things fan like I am, it's in the works. So they did a table read for Ted season 2. I can't believe they're jumping the gun on that one already. I guess when you're the highest rated streaming show, you kind of ride the flow, right? You ride the popularity. So, okay, let's see here. I loved season 1 of I'm going to have to go watch that now. I'm going to have to go watch that now. Yeah, High School Musical. I was talking to my kids about that the other day because we were in the zoo up there in Battle Creek and they were playing the song. And Lucas Graybill is from Springfield. Yes, he is. He is a hometown boy. He graduated from Kickapoo High School. And the kids are like, I just never really got into it. And I'm like, well, go get into it now. What's stopping you? Go watch it. So, only problem with watching the fan short is that it makes you hate Lucasfilms. I know, because you want more. You want them to do quality programming like they used to. Disney used to give a damn about, but that was when the Disney family was in charge. They used to give a damn. So, my favorite movie is Indiana Jones. Oh yes, classic. That's one of my favorites. And my favorite Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back. So, oh really? Now, the lady that plays Lois, though, she's had some breast cancer scare, correct? Isn't that why they're ending, or is it just because Warner Brothers said axe it? I forgot there's like a couple reasons why they're ending the show. So, I haven't watched that one. I didn't even watch the last season of Stargirl. I got really, I like Stargirl. I got bored with it. I like Luke Wilson. No, wait. Yeah, Luke Wilson. I can't believe I get those brothers confused. So I have a good idea for a sequel to Dial of Destiny. Yeah. You should pitch it to him. Write it down, copyright it, and then go pitch it. Like, get an agent. Let me tell you, I write fan fiction, and I copyright. I'm getting it copyrighted. You cannot get anything done in Hollywood unless you have an agent. And me being the age I am, I'm running up against ageism, and it sucks. And I envy the people who got into acting in their 40s and 50s. Like, they didn't have any trouble getting an agent. They got gigs, J.K. Simmons is the one I think of. There's a lady. Was it the housekeeper from 2.5 Men? I loved her. She was so great. I believe she got into acting late in life. But yeah, if anybody knows of an agent, I'd like to talk to him. So, Let's see. Don't know about that. Although the character had that in the show, it's ending mainly because of. Oh, yes. That's the third reason. I've been seeing the pictures coming out. So April Bowlby was my sitcom crush growing up. Yeah. What is it about chicks named April? I'm kidding. Oh, Lord, that's my name. Oh, too funny. Let's see. My celebrity crush when I was growing up was Brent Spiner, because I always loved Data and how he played the violin. You know, Data played the violin, which I know Brent didn't play the violin, but and he was emotionless. Like I had a hard time in high school, and I always thought of Data, you know, hey, I could be more like Data. So it starts off a year after Dial of Destiny. We open in Vietnam, and we see Short Round spying for the. Oh, Mutt. Oh, are we gonna have to see Mutt killed? Oh, sad. It would be nice if he like really wasn't dead. He was just like a prisoner of war. You know, I think that would be better than the stupid storyline they had. My agent is insane, but only to me. But aren't they all? Isn't that how you get along with them? or management? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I had an idea to start my own agency for people like me. I just don't know how to get it off the ground. That's the problem. I like my day job. That's the other problem. What? What, Millicent? She's over here. Mom, shut up. So, anyways, after he runs off into a plane, heads back to Mer, and goes to Indy. Oh, okay. I didn't like Shia for that role. You know, he's interesting. He's got some issues going on. You know, they're people. They have lives. We all. I don't know of anybody who doesn't have mental health issues. Being a child star makes it harder. And in this timeline that we are in, mental health is important. So he was good in Holes. He really was. Yeah. He was good in Transformers, right? He was in Transformers? Yeah. He was good in that too. Each other. Okay. Shia knows how to cut a good motivation. You're too funny, stunning. Anyway, Short Round tells Indy that he's working for the CIA. He was in Vietnam. That would be great. That's better than the crap timeline they've given us. I like that. You should really copyright that and pitch it. You really should. But would Harrison come back and do another indie film? Remember, this is the man that hated his role as Han Solo all those years and then finally accepted it, but they he had him kill him off. I seem sane enough. Oh, thank you. Let me tell you, on good days. On good days. See. He's good in a lot of films. It just fell off to me. He was overexposed. Yeah, I think a lot of that, buddy, came from Even Stevens, you know? Like, and then he got the Transformers gig, and I don't think he knew how to handle his fame. Or he had bad actors around him filling his head with nonsense. I've seen that a lot in child actors. It's really sad. Let's see. When they get there. They go to the camp where Mutt is being held. They sneak into the camp with some guards. Yeah. Yeah. Great idea, Daniel. You really should get that copyrighted and pitch it. But they had April Bowlby play Rita, the Elastigirl in Doom Patrol, who was actually Beast Boy's adopted mother in the comics, which is why I never watched the Doom Patrol series. Okay. That's true. Mm-hmm. I've definitely lost my marbles over the kids and a certain other person. Because they had Cyborg in the Doom Patrol instead of Beast Boy. You know, I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to watch that. Gosh, there's so many comics I've read. I don't remember them. There's a book out and I forgot who the author is, but they say that there's like socially, we only have about 125 friends in our lifetime, and having social media around opening us up to 9 billion people is causing a lot of the issues. It was a very interesting book. It's a good read. I'll have to go figure out who it was. DC annoys me. Yeah, DC annoys everybody these days. Stunning. So does Disney. Mutt is being tortured when Indy bursts in, shoots the dude. Oh, so it's kind of like an Orville moment when they were beating up Topa. Oh, yeah, that's great. I like that. See, they should listen to fan writers more often. Open the dang door and let us in. We all have great ideas. We do. Stunning. Do I have your YouTube channel running on Stream Elements? If I don't, let me know. I will make sure it gets put in there because you know I like to pay it forward for everybody in our community. Like every day you can catch me with Mrs. Dadman because I'm one of her mods. So come check us out. I try to be on Dadman if I'm not side gigging. We were supposed to have MCU trivia night tomorrow night with Potato Revan, but it's canceled right now. So probably next week. Yeah, I was on Admiral Teague's show because I'm like one of the resident Orville people because what am I watching it for like the 26th time in a row because I like it. I didn't watch Doom Patrol I love Umbrella Academy. I love it. That is like, I love that and The Boys. I like Carl Urban. By the way, today's his birthday. He's 52. Happy birthday. Today's Kevin Bacon's birthday. I just watched X-Men First Class over the weekend again. I forgot he was in it. So that was pretty good. Yeah, I watched all that with my kids. That was like my oldest Tony's favorite show. Like we've watched, and then SpongeBob. I don't know how long. I started watching SpongeBob before I had kids. So, but yeah. People used to make fun of me. Like I would talk about animation all the time. And they're like, God, you just don't grow up, do you? I'm like, no. Why should I? My sister and I sing, and I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Why grow up? Pardon me? So it never hurts to have fun and appreciate. So Beast Boy, let's see. Buddy says, if I can go back up now. Stunning says, Beast Boy was your favorite Titan. Used to be Robin back in the day because I was a Batman fan growing up in recent years. Yeah, Beast Boy's pretty cool. I like Beast Boy. I like all those characters, but you know, I'm a chick, so I gravitate towards Raven, and I can see her. Robin's girlfriend, right? What is her name? So. And they passed the fedora to Mutt. Yes, that's what should have happened in the first place. Yep. Oh, yeah. Totally. Totally good movie. I like Kevin Bacon as the Invisible Man. And of course, I love him in Footloose. I actually saw Friday the 13th. You know, he dies like right at the beginning. So, talking to Teague about how to save Star Trek is like cutting. Right? Because there's so much that's gone wrong. How do you unravel it? Exactly. Let's see. Starfire. Thank you. That's her name. Yeah, I like her. She's cool. Raven, you know, Raven's that dark humor we all have. It's pretty awesome. Oh. But yeah. I went to see Robot Chicken. Is it going to come back? Anybody know? I miss Robot Chicken. Hey, Seth Green, if you're watching, which I doubt you are, could you bring back Robot Chicken, please? Thank you. Tony and I were talking the other day because we both viciously quote Family Guy Star Wars, like back and forth. And I was like, you know what? I love the arguments they get into about Robot Chicken and Family Guy between Chris and Peter. It's just too funny. Too funny. So you could tell they're friends because the shows what started about like 2 years apart, and we're getting the same fans that love Family Guy were watching Robot Chicken. So there's like crossover and stuff like that. It's just funny. But I'm ready. I want to know what inspired Matt Groening to bring back Futurama again. I'm trying to find like an interview where he talks about it, and I haven't found anything yet. So I'm a huge Futurama fan. Invader Zim, yes, good stuff. Did you like Cat Scratch? That it was a short-lived Nicktoon, but it was hilarious. It was funny. I still like Ren and Stimpy. I still love Beavis and Butthead. I can never get away from those. We are witnessing the great unraveling. Yes, we are. And you know what? It's about damn time. What the hell is an aluminum? That's when somebody takes beer cans, and makes a ship out of it. It's actually scary looking back on those characters because I see so many similarities between my teenage self and Raven and Beast Boy. Oh, yeah. Well, when you like something, your personality gravitates to it. So, what the hell is an aluminum falcon? So, the show that Knight was watching about Star Wars said that Donald Glover is actually going to have a movie about Lando. Is it going to... Okay, so is it going to be off of Solo? Or, well, instead of calling it unraveling, maybe we should call it going back to basics. I don't know. What do you think? There's a lot that needs to be fixed, yet there's so much room to improve the backstory and the future. Now that Discovery has ended and they've jumped 910 years into the future, think about all that time from then to when Picard ended. So much storytelling can be done, but it has to be done the right way, right? Like, how did they cope when dilithium exploded? How did they cope when Earth said, screw you guys, I'm going home? Not playing this Federation game anymore, right? The temporal. Ooh. No, I know they're doing the Section 31 movie, okay, with Michelle. I want a whole series on the temporal wars after I watched Prodigy. Like they had the spider on Discovery that was messing with the warp engine this last season. How the hell did they come up with all that stuff? I want to know, like, how is it still left over from the temporal wars? Yeah, I like Discovery. I'm proud to say it. I think it's fine. Now there's some aspects of it I don't like. I'll admit that. I think there's some areas that could have developed a little better. I liked how they broke down the story of Dax's. I like that this season and last season. I thought that was great. That's a race that we don't know much. You know, we know a little bit from Jadzia, but we don't really. And her replacement. What was her replacement's name? Yeah, that needs to be. How have they been? Sorry. How have they been in the Federation this long? Right? Because Avery and not Avery, Benjamin and Dax were friends for how long? Yeah. So, yeah, I like Discovery. There's something I don't like, but you know, that's okay. We all have those feelings. I don't really care for anything post Kelvin other than Prodigy. I get that. I understand. Chris Hemsworth is still trying to get a George Kirk movie made. I think it's a waste of time, honestly. Well, we'll see. So I just, you know, I'm being a mombie, sorry guys. Star Trek is I know that it has to change. I get that. But you're never going to find a better cast than Bill Shatner and Leonard Nimoy and James Doohan, Walter Koenig, and George Takei and Nichelle Nichols and Grace Lee Whitley. You're just never going to find it. Just classic Trek, you know. They really try to find the cohesive group. They really do in all these other series. But you're never going to replace Patrick Stewart and Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis and Gates McFadden, Will Wheaton. You're never gonna, and Brent Spiner. You're never gonna, oh God, Jordy, LeVar Burton. You're never gonna replace these casts. It's just too difficult, you know. It's like that's why we never got a Voyager movie, and that's why we never got a Deep Space Nine movie, because it's just so. I agree with you, buddy. Yeah, they were really great. And then it just kind of went, you know. So. I like Chris. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Chris Pine. I like Zachary Quinto. And I love Zoe Saldana. I love her in Avatar. I love her in that Lioness Special Ops show on Paramount Plus. I think when Anton Yelchin passed away, that really, really destroyed it. I love the TNG movies. Stop it. Why do people dog those? I don't understand. T is really He's hung up on the Nexus. He really is. And I keep I keep telling him, Teague, Guinan says verbatim, I feel like a piece of my soul is left there. And then he, but you have to admit the scores by Jerry Goldsmith for those movies are priceless. They really are great. Music has always been Star Trek's thing. It really has. My buddy Rob used to own all the original movie scores on cassette or DVD, not DVD, CD, because he just liked the music. So, yeah. Oh my God. First fans were complaining that Discovery was in the 23rd century. And now they're complaining. Yeah, I know. They complain about the Red Angel. They complain about Stamets and the Doctor's relationship. They complain about, they didn't like the beginning of where what's his face was Vox. They didn't like that. Actually, I think Insurrection and Nemesis would have been better as TV episodes. Maybe if streaming was out, it could have been like 3 or 4 90-minute, like the Orville. I don't know how they're ever going to turn the Orville into a movie. The Family Guy movie will come out first. That's already been in the works for a very long time. So expect that soon. Yeah. So, okay, that's my big question. How much does Roddenberry actually own after his father's legacy? And how can they own it? Isn't it truly property now of Paramount? I don't know. Let's see. It's funny, it used to be property of NBC and now it's property of Paramount. Yeah. Oh gosh. So I liked Kurtzman when he was doing Sleepy Hollow. Now I could care less. So I tried to write a Trek tune for Strange New Worlds. Oh no, don't say that. I bet it sounds great. They don't own the rights to Trek, so pretend. Yeah, they're talking when Skydance comes in, wiping it all away. So it's okay to despise Bad Hideout Trek. See, I love Prodigy. Give it a chance. If a lot of people dogged the animated series and now it's like a cult favorite, give Prodigy a chance. You really like it. By the way, non-corporeal people have always been in sci-fi. Why are we calling it woke now? I had 2 objective parties watch Prodigy season 1. And they said that Zero wasn't anything wrong. Wasn't trying to turn children have gender identity issues. Zero never did that. So I don't know where they got the idea from that Zero was trying to turn children's gender identities around. I don't see that. I didn't see that. Now I am surprised at season 2. So go watch it. You tell me what you think. I am surprised by it. I think it's great. I can't wait to finish up watching it. So, well, oh God, I love Lower Decks. I'm so sad it's ending. I'm really pissed off. Um, number 3 behind Lower Decks. A certain person said to me that Star Trek should not have comedy. And my reply was, don't you like Spaceballs? Didn't we like in TNG when there was funny little shorts, like Data whistling or the kids dogging Captain Picard, right? When you had it, laughter is the best medicine. I don't understand why they're so against Lower Decks. I don't get it. So I like Boiler. That purple hair. I loved the crossover. When they showed up for real, Boiler and Mariner, when they went through that gate. That was priceless. And then at the end, when they animated up the Strange New World cast, I loved it. If they wipe it all away from canon, then yes, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I think what they're talking about, though, Daniel, is wiping away the 09 movie and then the movies. So we'll see. I didn't care for Lower Decks. It's too much like a riff off of Final Space mixed with. See, that's why I loved it. That's why it's got that slapstick humor that is a part of the Sci Fi Mombie school of growing up in my house. Sci Fi Mombie's dad used to sit me in front of the TV and watch Carol Burnett and Benny Hill and all those funny shows, Carol, I love Carol Burnett. I'm going to be so sad when she passes away. I think she's going to live forever, though. I don't know if it's a parody farce. I don't know. I do think it's funny that Jonathan Frakes does a lot of voiceover work for it. I do think that's great. And Marina does some also. I like that part of it because he's the captain the captain of the Titan. So, but I love the Cerrito. I think Mariner trying to stay an ensign was priceless. Because to me, Star Trek sometimes could be a little too serious, where everybody advances at least to lieutenant, and you know what I mean? We never see. That's what I love about it. You never see people deliberately trying to stay an ensign and not have responsibility. You never see it. So, hey, DJ Play Nice is back. What's up? I don't think that takes away from it if you like it. I like all the Halloween movies, and there are like 4. I know, right? Good God. How many continuities are they going to have? Yes, they are. All those Titan books are really good. Really good. I like the Picard novels. Those are great too. Yeah. However, I don't like what they did with their oldest son. I don't like that storyline. I don't like it when kids are involved. But kids do get sick. That's true. But they live in the future where everybody should be cured from whatever ails them. We saw Worf get a brand new spine. Why couldn't they save their oldest son? So anything to deal with kids, I have a hard time with. I really do. I am a mom. Kids should be kids. And no kid should grow up neglected or abused. And until we start as a society treating children that way, nothing's going to change. It's like, I know I keep harping on it, but until we pay our teachers like surgeons, nothing's going to change. So I thought they would do a Sulu Excelsior animated series. Yeah, that would be so cool. I love George. He's so awesome. Did you hear back in the day when they were first talking about Star Trek 4, they were talking, one of the scripts was going to be, oh, I haven't heard that. Is that on like a Trek documentary? That's interesting. Sci Fi Mombie, I'm down for that. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I know there are things I would like to see in Orville season 4. I want to see Anaya saved. I want a show on the Retepsians. I want a show on Yaphet's gelatinous people. I want Ed to have a love interest that's not Kelly or Priya or Talea. I want to see John and Tala's relationship go forward without Tala beating the shit out of him. And I want to, this is the funny one. I know Gordon fell in love with Laura, but you know, he said that if he ever really fell in love, he'd throw up. So why can't they find like a descendant of Laura that looks just like her that Gordon can find a love interest in? Please don't bring Charlie back. Please don't bring Charlie back. Don't do it. Don't do it. She took one for the team, okay? Let's move on. I know I'm a terrible fan. So Donnie's laughing at me. Let my friend Sabrina write some Orville. She and I could really put some Orville down. We could. My stories are amazing. Like, we need pirates. We don't need spiders anymore. Get rid of spiders. Oh my God, I'm so arachnophobic. Like I said, Retepsians and the Caliban. We need more Caliban backstory about why they're such assholes. And I still can't get out of my head Rob Lowe as a Retepsian. Priceless. So, yeah, good times. What do you say? Is you DJ Play Nice? You started watching? Yay! You know, Vic fought me for the longest time on watching the Orville. And when he finally did, he's like, Mom, you were so right. So, yes, thank you. Watch it multiple times. You know, this is weird, you guys. Most shows like The Handmaid's Tale, you know, with the culture we're in, it stays in the top 10 on streaming. It really does. The Orville has stayed consistently in the top 12 since it ended in 22. Since the season ended in 22. They haven't. We're still wondering when they're going to put out the DVD set for season 3. What's taking so long? I know I'm excited for September when the new interactive guide comes out, because let me tell you, there's only so much you can use the comics and the book by Jeffrey Bond. Those are my 2 Bibles for writing my fan fiction, and there's, you know, we need more. I do use the wiki fandom page a lot because a lot of that stuff is absolutely true and it's great stuff. So if I was in charge of Disney's 20th Century Fox, I would license American TV and streaming rights for season 4 of the Orville. You know what? I absolutely agree with you, Donnie. Hey, Sashi. No, you cannot go to work today. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good day at work. Hi, Rod Thunderheart. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, you know what? I've had a conspiracy theory for a while because he's got that huge contract with Universal. And there for a while, they were talking that Comcast was actually going to buy the shares of Hulu out from underneath of Disney. And it didn't happen. Disney doubled down on it. So that was fascinating. So what's up, Rod Thunderheart? How are you? Don't work too hard, Sashi, okay? No, seriously, don't. Don't work at all. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but I have to. So, yeah. You've got the Orville seasons 1 and 2 on DVD streaming? Cool. Cool. If I remember correctly, the most recent 20th Century Fox television production for NBC was, yes, that is correct. That is correct. You know, Vic and Tony and I have a conspiracy theory. And we think with the way they chopped Family Guy out of animation domination on Sunday nights, we thought that Family Guy was going to hop to Peacock or to TBS to be a part of Warner Brothers. But it's kind of hanging tough. Like it's a mid-season renew for next 25 because of the strike. So I know we all keep like dogging him on social media. Hey Seth, get this on DVD. Stop stalling. Yeah. I don't know if that's a Fox decision, a Disney decision, you know. Unfortunately, I'm the only employee and the CEO at the same. Oh, I see. I get you. Yeah. Yeah. I only have Disney Plus and all that because I like to do watch parties and stuff. So, you know, like Futurama. It's totally awesome. You know, Family Guy is actually airing on Disney Plus. Hold on one second, guys. And guess who decided to join the party? What's up, Vic?
Hi.
So, I was absolutely shocked that Family Guy ended up on Disney Plus because of the content. But I did notice that they don't have certain episodes on.
Yeah, that's just how it happens.
Well, you know, like, you know, the JFK episode. So, did you only come over here to get a drink? That's okay. I totally understand. You know what you do? You sub it like during the good times, and then you like go through and make your content and then unsub when you can get it free for like a couple weeks. I think it's sad. It's a Disney. Yes, I get tired of Disney's decisions. Like they're all in for Star Wars, but they have a franchise that could rival Star Trek, and they just, you know. I love the meme where it shows Seth and he's like, they wouldn't let me stay on Star Trek, and he's in the Enterprise outfit, and then it says, so I went and made my own, and he's in the Orville uniform. I think it's funny. Are you all right, Millie? Good God, girl. She takes flying leaps off stuff, and I wonder if she's gonna break a paw one day. You're a weirdo. Come here. Come here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Tree Baby. Say hello. Say kitty. Yeah. You see Dad? She's Vic's cat, aren't you? Come on, let me go. Poor baby. All right, there you go. Oh, so she's been like clinging to me. I don't know if she feels good or something. I don't know. She's just happy we're home, aren't you? So Yeah, that's what I've done on some of them. And then I just get
Oh.
so used to having, like, I really miss Hulu Live. Um, I tried to go back to cable, and our cable provider here wanted to charge me over $300 a month for basic cable. The Muppets are a deal breaker for you. I know he does, doesn't he? I have my background on, that's why. So, we're actually moving after we finish with Alf. We're moving to the Muppet Show on Saturday nights. So we still got a little ways to go with Alf, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I have no cats. My neighbors. Yeah, you tell us about that on Mrs. Show, don't you? That's so sweet that your neighbors' cats kind of have adopted you. That's cute. We had that when I was growing up. My parents couldn't have cats around. And so the neighbor's cat, Starlight, was like my kitty. So, yeah. I live out in rural areas. That's why I can run these hills. Cool. That's nice to live that far out and have open space. I don't know if I can handle that. Of course, with my job, I have to have like broadband. So do you get like really good broadband out there? Are you in Canada, Rod? I can't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what the kids and I do now. We like have the streaming services, and then we normally end up watching YouTube or Prime. Um, I think I've been watching more Netflix than anything right now. So, okay, cool. That's cool. All right, guys, I've got to go to bed. I'm kind of just like trying to drag it out for the 3-hour stream. So I'll do promotions. Canada is awesome. You know, Dr. Omega I feel so bad. He made me this really cute Canada Day logo, and I didn't use it. I felt so bad. It's really cute. I'll have to use it next year. He does really great work for me. All my graphics are done by Dr. Omega, except the original logo, which was drawn by David Cabiza, who is the co-author and illustrator of the Orville comics. So have a good night, Sashi. Good night, buddy. But yeah, let's do some promotions. Well, guess what, guys? The park streamers met their goal. Whoa. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that. That was Night the producer trying to gig me out of more curfew time. So they met their goal. Their goal was 7,500. When I checked it this afternoon, making my slides, $7,731. So congrats, guys. That's fabulous. Thank you all so much for donating to them. It goes for a great cause to the Children's Hospital of Orange County, California, in conjunction with Disneyland. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh yeah, you guys in that heat wave out there. Oh, I feel so bad for you guys. And you guys do you guys get heat like that up there in Canada? I mean, here in Missouri, you know, in the summer, it's just, it's air you can wear. Swamp ass, you know what I mean? I met these guys at Tremendicon. They are 417 Game Sidekicks. They help disabled individuals here in my area participate in conventions and gaming nights. And They also help them if they have a role-playing game idea, put them to paper or build the sets, however they do role-playing games. So if you visit 417gamesidekicks.org and help them with donations, that would be greatly appreciated. They actually help disabled individuals with transportation and tickets to these conventions, gaming nights, just wonderful people. They also have a couple other for-profit businesses with Dungeons and Dragons and all that fun stuff. So please go support them. They are great people. I'm so glad I met them. So, all right. Well, unfortunately for the rest of the year around the Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri area, conventions are kind of whittling down. So the next one, there's one I meant to go look up today. I'll have to go find it for tomorrow. But ExtremeCon is going to be in the St. Robert, Waynesville, Fort Leonard Wood area, September 28th and 29th. You can go to extremecon.com. Weekend passes are $20 and children under the age of 12 are free with an adult ticket purchase. Planet Anime Kansas City is October 18th through the 20th at the Kansas City Convention Center. If you go to planetanimekc.com, you can buy your passes. For those of you who like Has Been Hotel, all the voice talent will be there. So if you're in the Kansas City area, go to Planet Anime Kansas City. There's another one coming up. It's like a kids convention in Bradyville, Missouri. I don't know. I have to look that one up. That's the one I'm thinking of. By the way, I'm April, the Sci Fi Mombie, and every day at noon Eastern, 11 Central, I'm in the Galactic Cafe, and we just chit chat. We talk about good news. We talk about bizarre news. We talk about anything for about 30 minutes, and then I go back to work because I like spending my lunchtime with you guys. So come join me Monday to Friday. We have a good time. Great discussion. And, it's just a good time daily. So Wednesdays in the Sci Fi Mombie studio right now, we're talking TED because Mission Log the Orville is talking TED. We missed last week because I was on vacation because I deserve a vacation. And so what we'll do this week on Wednesday is we'll watch episode 7. We will then watch Mission Log the Orville, their take on episode 7. And then we'll watch episode 8, then come back at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, when Mission Log the Orville goes not live, but somewhat live with their podcast. And we'll watch together on a watch party. Once again, thank you, Dr. Omega. I told him, I said, that picture of Ted where he's got the beer glass on his butt like Kim Kardashian? He's like, yeah, I know. I was like, would you make me a logo like that? Boom. So last week, their special guest was Seth. I was hoping that Scott and Max Burkholt would show up. So far, I don't know. Maybe they'll show up at this last episode, but Georgia Wiggum and Elena Ubach have shown up, so it's been pretty good. And one of the guys from View Screen was on the show. So, and they were actually piloting View Screen back during Orville season 3 in 2020. So that's pretty interesting stuff. Also in the Sci Fi Mombie studios on Saturdays at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, we're watching Alf, all of it. And then we'll switch over to the Muppet Show. And FKHC 2005 today suggested that I need to put the two guys in the balcony seats on there somewhere. So I'll talk to Dr. Omega about that because they are, they're the criticism, which is hilarious in the show. Sunday afternoons at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, co-host Vic, aka Victoria Matrix, has his own show now called In Drag. We're going to read banned books. We're going to have children's story hour in drag. We're going to talk makeup tutorials. We're going to talk LGBTQIA+, or, anything. So come join us. We would love to have you there. We've had some really good discussions for the first couple shows. And so it's going great. And Vic has a great time. And once again, thank you, Dr. Omega, for making Vic's logo. We appreciate you. Sunday nights right after in drag in the Sci Fi Mombie studio, we're watching Futurama because the new season of Futurama hits Hulu on July 29th. So we're going to watch as much of the seasons we can. Then we're going to switch over to the new season and then go right back to the old seasons because it's classic. So, and this is my favorite logo that he made us. I love our heads in the jars. I think it's crazy and funny. So, and the part of the show that I don't like, but could you please support us? We would love it if you would send donations our way. We have a Ko-fi. It's ko-fi.com/sci-fi mombie. We have a PayPal. If you scan that QR code or look us up by mombieape@gmail.com, you can donate that way. Or you go out to Throne and you can crowdsource together. All of you get together. We've got some tech gadgets we've asked for. We've asked for some giveaways. We've got some crowdsourcing for some of our other friends. So please check out all of our support areas. We would greatly appreciate your help. Or if you don't want to donate, that's cool. Just smash that like button, share out the stream, and talk to us in the chat. That's all we ask for. If you're lurking or cloaked, that's fine too. I know I've got a lot of people that's doing that lately. No worries. Thank you so much for being here and helping us with our watch hours, because we've got the subscribers and we're inching closer towards the watch hours to be fully monetized. We have our own merch shop because our lovely logo, as I said, was drawn by David Cabiza. He's, the illustrator for the Orville comics. He is a commissioned artist. Let's keep our artists working. He's very approachable. So check him out on Twix and Facebook and Instagram. But we have extended sizes in all of our merch. I deliberately chose this shop because that's what they do. If you can't find something, let me know. We'll approach them. It might be for just a slightly higher fee, but we've got t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, Henleys, baseball caps, beanies, mugs, water flask, computer bags, aprons, grocery bags, plushies, you name it, buttons, posters, we've got it. So check us out. We also have our own website, sci-fi-mombie.com. You can find out about us. Thank you, James. Yeah, I know. I'm totally shocked about it. Totally shocked. I can't believe that we're here, because we went from last October only having 50 subs to that many. So thank you all for choosing Sci-Fi Mombie. We appreciate you. We love you. We love entertaining you. That's why we're here. We like to talk with you. And everyone is welcome. I don't care your religious or your political beliefs. I don't care. All I care about is that you come and have a good time and we talk sci-fi, we talk entertainment, we talk books, movies, music, the Orville, whatever you want to talk about, minus religion and politics. So check out our website. We also have a cute little page dedicated to the Sci-Fi Mombie security team, because their videos seem to be the ones that get the most views, and little bios on them. And then you click the link, it sends you right to our YouTube channel where you can watch all of our content. So check it out, sci-fi-mombie.com. And last but not least, because it's where we started, with the handle Sci-Fi Mombie, we're all over social media. We stream daily to the Meta platform, which is Facebook and Instagram. We stream daily to Twix, YouTube, and Twitch. We're currently building our TikTok. TikTok has changed the rules, which is nice. You have to have 1,000 followers. So please go out there and follow us. Please, please, please. So we can start streaming there. I have a Rumble. It doesn't work half the time. So I just upload content when I can to it. We also are on LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Discord, Counter Social, IMDb Pro, Mastodon, Pinterest, and Patreon. We do have, and I need to put that on my support thingy, we do have memberships for Patreon. They're a doll hair. Come on, you can afford $1. Come on. So yes, we're on Patreon. So, all right, my friends, it's that time again. I will see you tomorrow at noon Eastern, 11 Central, because I need to go to bed. I'm still jet lagged. I went to DC in February to see Seth sing at the Kennedy Center with Liz Gillies. And when I came back, I was not jet lagged. Not one bit. This drive to and from, it was torture. I don't know. Maybe it's driving because I was the only driver. I didn't switch off with anybody because Night the producer doesn't have her driver's license yet. And I know I cannot put her behind the wheel on highway. Not yet. Maybe around here, but no, not in Illinois. Oh God, not in Illinois. So, but anyways, party on, Vic.
Party on, Mombie.
Party on, party people. Later. Another day starts slowly. I haven't had my caffeine. The mornings can be boring. I'm the sci-fi Mombie. Yes, it's me, the Mombie, and my family. In your ears, in your head, we are talking on our phones, with our mics, with my crew by my side. In your ears, in your head, we're still talking. I'm in your head.